I'm going to play this video for y'all right quick, but I have to have it on mute because there is music playing in the background, and for copyright purposes, I'm going to leave it out. But then I'm going to go into why this video is saying a lot, but for some reason, it's making people leave negative comments about it. So this, like I said, this is just a video that a lot of black men came together wearing suits. I'll say some suits I probably wouldn't wear. And they just gathered together and they made this video of them just walking and being together and being positive and having fun. And just, as you can see, they're just all together. And I like this part of the video right here with the boys at the end and them like literally clapping, the boys running off. And then they do this at the end. So I'm going to pause it right there. Nice little video, it's 38 seconds long, and it was on TikTok and it's going viral. As you can see, this thing says 687,800 something views. And, you know, it went viral. This is pretty much a viral video on TikTok. But what got me about this whole situation was where I saw this video, the person who posted this left a comment or left a caption that says, "This is the largest brunch brigade I have ever seen." And I think I know what they're alluding to when they say this, but I don't want to go into the optics of it. But the point of the matter is people actually took the time out to make this thing into a negative. Like, you actually had people commenting and saying, you know, black men just out here doing whatever, not working, or what's the point of this and everything like that. And it's not even coming from other black men. It's coming from you know who. It's actually coming from Karen and the bed bucking in the academy. Like, I even saw one comment say something along the lines of men on their way to be in the business of the LGBTQ and women, or be in their business, something like that. I mean, it's crazy how they think that we are literally on their that they're on our minds 24/7. But you know what's so interesting when they say something like that? I did not one but two bed bucking videos already where two of those individuals was in the academy and they had nothing but contempt things to say about heterosexual black men. But they love to tell us to mind our business and to stay out of theirs, but they can't stay out of ours. I swear, you want to know why I say co-colonizing cohorts? That's what I'm talking about when it comes to this. I can't believe they actually took the time to make this into a negative, because I don't see anything bad with this. I don't. And things I actually have seen like videos in this style or like this type before. If y'all remember, there was a video that went viral a couple years ago. This is pre-Woo-Vid, where you had a bunch of men. I think they were in Atlanta, and they were basically, it was a bunch of black men, and they were basically clapping as the kids were going into school. I think it was a all boys school or something like that. And they had on suits and they were clapping in as they were walking into school, basically made them feel like, you know, it's a good first day to school. I said, that's a wonderful video. And of course, mainstream media is not going to cover it. And it seems like whenever black men come together and they do something that can be positive, if it's not at the standard of a bed bucking in the academy or a Karen, then it's not good enough. Like, you know what? I'm going to do y'all one better, because I really didn't want to do this, but I'm going to show y'all some of the comments that were shown or that was displayed with this. Okay, here's one right here. It says, "Don't y'all get tired of this performative mess? Would it be nice if they were willing to be this coordinated when it comes to their communities?" That's one right there. Someone says, "Why are people so upset by this video?" And this is positive black men working together. Let's see what the reply says. Positive working. What work is being done here? And they said, "What's the problem?" Notice where the negativity is coming from, but are we shocked or surprised? This other one says, "This is making me cringe. I can't be the only one." Again, another black woman. I'm sorry, Karen, because I want to make sure that I separate the two, because in my eyes, Karen and black women are two different people. They are two different entities. Just like the bed bucking and black men are two different entities. Someone says, "The problem I have with this is I know It's all for the gram. I know 3 people in this video and they told me they went and talked about fashion, no business, no community building, no nothing. I have no problem with this still, but let's not call this revolutionary. This one said, and this is a response, we threw the event, we talked about community, we spoke with the vice county commissioner about opportunities within Miami-Dade, business cards were exchanged, youth were inspired, products were exchanged, it was dope. So this is a person who was there and replied back to it, to a person who's clearly in the cat. I can tell just by a distance from their picture and the little border they got around it. And they literally came with the accusation of saying they knew 3 people that is in this video and from what they told them versus what a person who was there said. Let's see what these replies looking like. It said, word, let it be known, power ain't nothing without hate. This one says, where's a suit as they solve nothing and lead a community to nowhere. This one says, this is a group of black men coming together to congregate, all in unison, all on one accord. Community starts with them, and if it means a pretty suit, I'm all the way for it. This one says, community starts with black people, not just black men. Now, let me pause right there. This is interesting. Now, this woman right here said, all in unison, all on one accord, community starts with them, and if it means them in a pretty suit, so on and so on. And this one came out and said, it starts with black people, not just black men. She just literally all lives matter that entire post that this previous woman up here just said. Another Blakaren. Are y'all seeing the pattern here? This is why the Blakaren videos and the bed bucking videos were made. Now, I'm not going to turn this into a Blakaren or bed bucking video, but it is something to prove a point that whenever black men come together and do something for themselves or to uphold or put a better image, especially for the blemish that we get in society, especially in America, this is the outcome. This is the pushback we get. But they said, not just black men, which would be patriarchy, and no thank you on that, sis. So we already know what time she's on. And literally black people do community all the time without suits. I just want us to expect action, not performance. You know what's so crazy? These are the same people who will go to a Black Lives Matter protest and twerk on or in front of cops and their cars, and they have the nerve to talk about some performances. A person just died, and you think that this is a time to act like you down in Magic City. Let's continue. It says, great job, fellas. A bunch of positive people in one spot. We need more of that. They said, positive people doing what? We need more people doing stuff in our community, not flexing for social media. This is literally the same thing that, like I just said in the previous post, that a lot of these Blakarens go out and do at these protests, especially with George Floyd last year. Man, I didn't know if they were protesting or if they were trying to get some footage and content for their OnlyFans account. But look at the pushback. And is that Rihanna in their profile? Listen, I can't take people seriously when they put celebrities in their profile picture. They said, I don't know who's upset. I just want to know why they did this. If it's just because they want to walk around in suits, that's cool to teach their own. But I'm just trying to figure out the purpose. This one says, black fist raised like that makes it a performance that alludes to black liberation. You want to dress up and have brunch, good on you. But that's not anything to do with liberation. Like, now that's from the Karen that left that other comment up front. This one is so crazy because I love to see black men in suits, but this is just nonsensical because what is the objectives? Hot breath, hot takes and vibes. I am sure without a doubt. Someone says wearing South Beaches with a suit is wild. This is my immediate thought. So let's see. I remember when men used to cut grass in the mornings. This is, who do you think is still cutting the grass? LOL. They said, I miss when men were men, when they built houses and fixed cars and fought wars and stayed out and it gets cut off. So I don't know what that last part says. And then one says, that's so disrespectful. They said, stylish, classy, all the way around, top notch and colorful. But most importantly, black men build in silence, not loud. I do not know why folks so spiteful about this video. You may think this is for the gram, could be true, but really real black men build in silence. This is why are they raising their fists? And someone said, why aren't you? This is a group full of black men who've accomplished wonderful things, gathering to share knowledge and make connections with one another. And the comments looking like this. Y'all not worthy of the energy that was used to create y'all, to be honest. This one says, what have they accomplished? Seriously, the video is only so long. What did they accomplish? I'm not going to read any more past this. Let me go back to the top. But that's basically what they said. If I kept going, I would have been reading all for the rest of the time. It would have been too much to read. But y'all see what it is right here. This is what happens when black men come together and do their thing. Remember, this is when Obama, for the one thing he tried to do for black men was I think it was called the My Brother's Keeper program. Who was the one that thwarted that? Karen. And I'm going to end it off with this. It's funny how at one time black men, especially back in the day, like in our grandparents' time more than anything, wore suits. Like that's really what you wore to show some kind of sophistication, was wear a suit. And they, no matter how sophisticated they were, no matter how much money they may have had or business they might have ran, they could have still been lynched for the color of their skin while wearing that suit. And now here we are in 2022 in the information age, and these black men are wearing suits and they're being lynched digitally online. But this time it's by their own people.